I would just like to say that to start off tonight, we're going to have our first play, directed by Slimak and Luke Haldeman. It's called Toast in the Jar. And I can't really explain this to you because it's so wacky. All that I can tell you is that it's about a court case. And that's it. You're just going to have to watch it yourselves. So if you would please all enjoy Toast in the Jar, directed by Slimak and Luke Haldeman.
That's how you grow. Sorry about the desk there, I just needed that space. Now, why can't I?
Order! Before we start, I would like to express to the court the gravity of this pending decision. If today's proceedings do not have major impacts upon the social and political ideology of this great nation, by George, I'll leave my hat. I'd also like to remind everyone that all evidence must be viewed seriously and objectively in order to correctly ascertain the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now, without further ado, court is in session. We will start with opening remarks from the prosecution. Please begin by stating your full legal name.
Hugh Richard Lyon.
So your middle initials are?
That is correct, Your Honor.
So your name is Hugh R. Lyon?
That is also correct, Your Honor.
You are lying. Proceed.
I am not, Your Honor.
Order! I'm trying to tell you, Hugh, that you may proceed with your opening remarks.
Who?
You!
Oh, well, thank you, Your Honor.
You didn't cough or something?
I'm not. I am not one of those lawyers who tries to bring her attention to what is besides the point. I am not one of those lawyers who spends the first few minutes of his opening remarks talking about himself when he should be talking about the case. Put that away. That's not me. I am someone who gets right down to business. I have analyzed this issue methodically, intelligently, and most seriously, and have determined that you, Your Honor, do not put enough relish on your hot dogs. This, I'm afraid, is the root of the issue, one that I'd like to examine far deeper during this trial. This, I believe, is very crucial to the trial.
We must remain germane to the topic we are supposed to be discussing today. You are aware that we are supposed to be discussing whether or not there should be an apostrophe in the word Hummelstown or not.
Your Honor?
What?
How do you spell apostrophe?
I don't know. Would the prosecution just continue?
The famous pseudoscientist Albert Franklin proved in his experiments in psychology that all events in the universe are so interconnected that from such seemingly inconsequential events, all the events in the universe can be predicted. Because of this, from an event such as how much relish you, Your Honor, put on your hot dog, we can predict whether or not it's beneficial to put an apostrophe in Hummelstown. I believe that we will find it beneficial to put an apostrophe in Hummelstown after further analysis of your relish.
Wow. That argument actually makes more sense than what I normally hear.
I hope the court paid for all this whiteout, because that would be a huge dent in my salary.
This is the 21st century. Why are you using a typewriter? Now let us go to the defense. Please begin by stating your full legal name.
I think William Sue. However, I go by your middle name, Will.
So your first initial is I, you go by Will Sue?
That is correct.
So your name is I Will Sue.
Yes.
You are lying.
Yes, Your Honor?
Excuse me.
What?
Order! You're speaking out of turn. Now, I Will Sue.
Hey, on what grounds?
I believe the courtroom floor is oak. So that would be oak ground that I Will Sue is standing on.
I am so confused.
Are you getting all this?
Are you kidding? I'm paraphrasing.
start off by saying that I completely agree with Mr. Hugh lying on his assessment on how we should go about this case, on how the amount of relish you put on hot dogs can affect the possibility of putting an apostrophe in Homerstown. I, however, differ on the conclusion. The further analysis proves that since you, Your Honor, put so little relish on your hot dogs, it would be pointless, absolutely pointless, to put an apostrophe in Homerstown.
We will now have a short recess.
Yes?
Ooh, recess.
Yay!
Nice place to get here.
Hot dog?
Oh no, I'm definitely allergic to that.
Here, how about
Yeah,
here?
get that thing away from me.
Suit yourself. There's nothing good in this. Ooh, but the lobster looks good. Oh, I can't afford it.
What? You can't afford that. You're a lawyer, dude. That's like a paradox right there.
I know. Where is that waitress? If she's not here, she can forget the $1.80 tip she needs to live.
Can I get out of there, you ready?
Hello.
Some coffee, tea?
I'll have coffee, please.
Something crazy.
All right, I think I can get you one.
Thank you.
So, what you ask the waitress for?
Nothing.
No one means nothing when they say nothing. So, what did you ask the waitress for?
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't believe you. I mean, you whispered
Nothing
something.
at all.
You whispered something.
Coffee?
Thank you.
And I'm sorry, we were all out of Capri Sun. Would that juice box be fine?
That'll be fun. Thank you.
You got a juice box. Are you kidding me?
Well, I wouldn't Capri Sun, but
Are you a baby or something? Like, are you next you're gonna be going, wow!
I'm sorry. Are you calling me a baby just because I don't like my water polluted by dried bitter beans? That thing you call coffee?
No, I'm calling you a baby because you're drinking a juice box.
How about we take this outside and see what the real baby is?
If that's the way you feel, I think we should do it.
Let me tell you something, pal. I have several online certificates in self-defense training, like Kung Fu, Karate, Wacko-Wando, that's the real thing, and P90X.
My ancestors were sumo wrestlers. Look at this. See, I can take it. I probably could.
So those certificates are from the internet, so that means
Yeah, not everything.
The court is back in session. You may resume your positions.
Fine.
To be continued.
I need tomorrow.
I have something at 5 tomorrow.
What 2:30 work?
I don't know. Let me check my calendar.
There's a nice dark, menacing alley around the south side of this town.
Yeah, but it only has 3 stars on Yelp.
I got the dogs.
Now, Your Honor, if you focus your attention to this chart right over
There.
Sorry, I spent too much time staring at the sun today. Anyway, if you focus your attention to this chart right over here, Your Honor, you can see a strong correlation between the amount of pickles used to process relish in factories across this country and the risk of getting your hands stuck in a jar.
I am getting owed so badly.
Yes, you are. Anyway, to preserve the dignity of these great united 50 free states of America, I shall personally have every single relish-producing factory shut down in order to ensure the safety and dignity of every citizen. You know, a relevant quote comes to mind when speaking of this. It's from the great George Washington. He once said in one of his Revolutionary War battles that there is no I in liberty. And another quote from the great Ronald Reagan. Well, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this relish factory. And another quote from Bob Dole. Oh wait, nobody cares about that.
Objection! The defense assumes that high total cholesterol is bad for you, whereas really, only high LDL is bad for you. You'll want a high HDL. And my second objection, Ronald Reagan was not a good president.
What? Sugar bone economics works, pal.
Rest in peace, Mr. Longman. Objection sustained.
Objection! Your Honor, on grounds that, well, that slipped my mind. I forgot what I was going to say to her.
Objection sustained.
Objection! Your Honor, on grounds that, ooh, got a little bit of heartburn there. Anyway, objection! Your Honor, I think I've been eating that Chipotle too often. Oh, man.
You have my wall. Seriously, you would have gone to
Wait.
Can we seriously do that? He can't. Seriously, no. That also is not there. Those are totally not hot dogs.
He was fine.
Yeah. Seriously. Order. Before we start, I would like to express to the court the gravity of this pending decision. If today's proceedings do not have major impacts on the social and political ideology of this great nation, by George, I'll devour my gum. I'd also like to remind everyone that all evidence must be viewed seriously and objectively in order to correctly ascertain the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now, without further ado, court is in session. We will start with opening remarks from the prosecution. Please begin by stating your full legal name.
Didn't we already do this?
No, your name is you are mine. Not didn't you already do this?
I'm very aware of what my name is, Your Honor. I'm just saying we already did this in the play. Check.
Yeah. Right here. Right there.
Except if you're supposed to be finding out whether or not Hubert Ryan is guilty of murdering Isaac William Sue.
I will interrogate the suspect. Is it true that you have complete hatred for I will sue ever since you found out that he likes juice boxes over coffee? Yes, but and is it not also true that your hatred for him amplified when he objected to your objection? Yes, but let me explain. And you did know that he was deathly allergic to hot dogs, didn't you?
Enough! Let us hear from the defense already.
Your Honor, the defense attorney that was signed today was I will sue. Unfortunately, he cannot be with us today.
What?
I appreciate. Objection, Your Honor. The prosecution assumes that just because I am dead doesn't mean I cannot be the defense attorney.
Objection sustained.
Thank you. I will now question the victim. Did that man kill you? Let me ponder that for a second.
Excuse me. Touch me, you're a ghost.
Take me away, angels.
I knew Santa that was a good idea.
Dang it, okay, hold on. Just chill out. You?
Order. Before we start, I would like to express to the court the gravity of this pending decision. If today's proceedings do not have major impacts upon the social and political ideology of this great nation, I can't stab my eyes out with a pencil.
Your Honor, do I have to type all this again?
If you were using a computer, you could just copy and paste. Anyway, I'd also like to remind everyone that all evidence must be viewed seriously and objectively in order to correctly ascertain the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now, without further ado, court's in session. We will start prosecution's opening remarks. Please begin by stating your full name.
You are lying.
Proceed.
She is the murderer because I saw her screaming. The end.
Defense.
Can I just rest in peace already, gosh?
I'm not your lawyer.
Where's the man? It's like... When she said, I knew setting him up would be a good idea, what she really meant was that she was setting you up with that swanky hot day at the party last week. Let that sink in. The real murderer must be somebody on the stage, because we're the only characters in this play. He or she must be somebody that the audience here would not expect.
Your Honor, how do you spell characters?
I don't know, make it up.
Well, whoever the killer is, they must be pretty genius.
They probably are.
I'm going to pull it out.
Me too.
Me too.
I'm already dead.